Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy K Breezy here. Hope that all of you watching this having a fantastic day. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what I feel like is the best class setup or setups for the Kilo141 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So with that being said, if you're excited for the ultimate class setup for the Kilo141, be sure to drop a like down below letting me know. And while you're at it, feel free to subscribe and hit that bell icon if you're new to the channel. That way, you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. So right off the bat, when I first got onto Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I could tell that the Kilo was basically a descendant of the ACR from Modern Warfare 2 and 3, not only because of the way it looks, but by the way it just absolutely shreds anybody that's in its way. With a great fire rate, range, and ADS time, it makes the Kilo really versatile in Modern Warfare, and because of that, I actually have two different class setups that, depending on your playstyle, will be the best for you and maximize your potential in game. So for this first class setup, I have what I like to call the run and gun class setup. And with this one, it focuses mainly on speed and mobility, getting around the map, getting behind enemy spawn, and just, getting them when they're not ready, when they just, they can't do anything to stop you. Kind of cheesy, but it works. But first off, let's take a look at the perks and overall class that you're going to be using with this weapon. So to start things off, we're going to be using Scavenger, Restock, and Battle Harden. The reason that we're going to be using these three perks is because of the way you're going to be moving around the map and you're going to be getting into a lot of gunfire engagements. You're going to have to use the Scavenger perk to replenish your ammo. I mean, you could use the whatever that thing's called. You know what I'm talking about, the specialist where you can get the ammo box. I can't think of the name right now, but you know what I'm talking about. But with this class, I personally use that Silence or Stopping Power Pro. If you have Specialist Pro, you can choose between the two, so I definitely recommend getting to the level you get Stopping Power Pro, like 38, 39, something like that. But anyway, unless you're going to use that perk to replenish your ammo, Specialist to replenish your ammo, you should be using Scavenger, Restock, because we're going to be using C4s and stem shots. C4s are going to become your best friend with this class because instead of having to run around that corner, chunk a C4, and boom, we just got an easy one-piece kill, two-piece, three-piece, whatever. And stem shots because you're going to be rapidly getting into gunfights back to back. You don't have the time to sit in the corner and wait for them to come to you. You need to be ready for the fight and catch them off guard. If you heal when somebody thinks you're low and they done shot you to low health and you're actually at full health, you're obviously going to have an advantage because they're going to rush in at you and just go guns blazing while you just sit there and just wipe them out of existence like Thanos. So with that being said, let's take a look at the actual gun you're going to be using with this class. And to turn the Kilo into Speedy Gonzalez, the first thing you want to actually do is take off the stock, or technically use the no stock attachment. And what this does is increase the mobility that you have with the gun and the aim down sight speed. Now there's a slight trade-off with the recoil control and stability, but in my opinion this is just really worth the overall speed buff that you get with this, having no stock. Overall I feel like it's really worth it and you're really not going to notice it that much. I mean, the recoil on this gun is like A1, it's really good. But if you don't feel comfortable taking off the stock completely, you could use the FFS close quarter stock because it does the same thing, increases the aim down sight speed, but just not to the same extent as the no stock does, but it doesn't have as much of a con as the no stock does as far as recoil control and recoil stabilization. Next up is the tac laser attachment, because yet again this build focuses on increasing the overall speed and mobility of the weapon, and the tac laser does just that. And while enemies can see your green beam when you aim down sights, you can actually use this to your advantage by trying to bait them across the corner. Cause oh, I see some of my enemy, I'm gonna attack them right from mine. All you gotta do is just spray them as soon as they actually come by. Somebody's gonna do it. People don't play smart in public matches. It's completely different from a waging match or a private match. But anyway, as far as barrels go, there really isn't a win-win situation with barrels because any barrel you equip will reduce your aim down sight speed by some amount. However, I did decide to go with the Synguard Arms Whisper barrel because it saves me a spot in the gunsmith, and that is something I really like. But if you do prefer another barrel, feel free to try them all out and decide which one is the best for you. This one is just the best barrel that fits my playstyle, and the built-in suppressor is just really amazing in my own opinion. And yet again, with grips, I decided to go with the Stippled grip tape because we want speed over basically anything else, and I decided to go with the sleight of hand perk because of all the gunfights you're going to be getting into, and the fact that you have an increased muzzle velocity with the Synguard Arms Whisperer barrel, you're definitely going to be reloading a lot, and you don't want to get caught off guard reloading your weapon when there's nothing you can do. Because for some reason in this game, you can't really swap weapons that fast unless you have that one perk, but most people aren't running it. So just run sleight of hand. If you don't want to run sleight of hand, you're one of those people that doesn't like using perks, another attachment could be using the Commando foregrip, or to be using the 60 round magazine or 100 round magazine if you just like Chuck Norris or John Wick with a stick or something. I just feel like the sleight of hand perk is the best one to use in my own opinion. And I mean, by like not having a grip on it or anything like that, like a foregrip or a Commando foregrip really isn't that important, because the recoil, like I keep saying, on this gun is really good, which I'm pretty sure you already know is the starter gun. And I mean, on maps like Shoot House, there may be like 2 or 3 long range engagements, but you can easily just set yourself up so we're not engaging long range. You know, just don't sit in the back of the map and try to snipe people. It's gonna be like, oh, I can't hit no. Of course, you're not gonna be able to hit anybody. This is a running gun class. But I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, then you're definitely one of the smarter people and you know what you're doing. So trust me, try out this class, give it a spin, give it a whirl, give it whatever you want to call it, and let me know down below, what do you think about this class, and is there anything that you would change? Also, what gun were you using, or more specifically, what attachments were you using before you watch this video? Be sure to let me know down below, because I'm really interested to see. Now, the second version of this setup for the Kilo is more for players that like to hold a position and depend more on timing and smart plays to make up for the lack of mobility and ADS speed. So just like with the other class, let's start with perk, which are going to stay most of the same, except that now you have Scavenger and Battle Harden along with the Ghost perk. That way you don't have to worry about enemy calling in a UAV and somebody trying to sneak up on you from behind. Also replace the C4 with Claymore, since we're not going to be running around as much, and it's not really going to make too much of a difference, but it, you know, racking up those random 1 or 2 extra kills. Let's say you're 1 kill off a Harrier or 1 kill off an advanced UAV, this could just easily get it without you even having to do minimal effort of just planting the Claymore, and definitely keep that streak alive. Also, I'm running the Deagle as my sidearm because I feel like it's one of the better sidearms, if not the best sidearm in the game, and with the consistent fire rate and get damage, it's just always something good to have by your side. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the Kilo, and the first thing you may notice is that I decided to go with the Forge Tac Ultralight Stock because the increase in strafe speed it provides, and swapped out the Singuard Arms Whisperer barrel with the Sarcom's Arms 16-inch barrel, or excuse me, 18-inch barrel. Since you're not going to be sprinting around near as many corners or anything like that, the reduced ADS time and mobility really shouldn't affect you that much, and the increase in bullet velocity, range, and recoil control are going to be very beneficial with this playstyle. And with this setup, I actually do have an underbarrel attachment, this time the Commando foregrip, since it does have pretty good recoil stabilization and stability stats, with only a debuff in overall movement speed with this weapon. As far as grips, I chose to use the granulated grip tape, and also equip the GI mini reflex sight on top. Now, the sight that you choose is really up to your own preference, but I just like to use the GI sight because of the clear view it provides, and it doesn't zoom in too much, which will put me at a disadvantage if an enemy were to come from like the side or something like that. Overall though guys, I feel like these are probably the best class setups that you can make with the Kilo141 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and by using these I've been able to have a great time with this gun, and even got to go really easily by using that first class setup, the Renegade version that I mentioned in the beginning of today's video. But if you think you have a better class setup or another gun that you would like to see me make a video about, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section, because that way I can get back to you and see what you guys want to see. Now, I don't know how many of you watching this played the beta, but originally the Kilo was like unlocked at around level 30, but it got swapped at the M13 at some point. I don't know if that was because of community feedback or they had some type of like board meeting and just things got switched up. But anyway, originally the Kilo was going to be unlocked at like level 30, which just shows how much of an absolute powerhouse it is. And if you want to see more videos like this with best class setups, or actually just some secret weapons that you can make in Modern Warfare, you should definitely check out this video that I made before, which details all the secret weapons you can make in Modern Warfare, or more specifically some of the best ones you can make, like the AK-74U, the M16, and the MP5K, just to name a few. But with that guys, covers everything that you need to know about the Kilo141 assault rifle in today's video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because then you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Call of Duty news or a post from this channel. And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, because that really helps me out and lets me know what kind of videos that you guys like to watch. And don't forget to comment down below what your thoughts are on today's class setup, or what weapon you want to see done next. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, it's your boy KB, signing off. Peace.